Physical disability shouldn't wipe somebody out of being part of the family. It's just finding how to make it possible that it all works. I don't think it was the wedding dress particularly that stood out, it was the kind of great big Red Riding Hood cloak that she was wearing.
I can just remember being at the top of the aisle and jigging around, bouncing so much. I was just so excited.
Just not what I'd expected at all, but very, very Katy. But yeah, just dancing down the aisle. Yeah, you were a bit lighter on your feet then, weren't you?
I was, yeah. I used to skip all over the place, and he used to tell me, will you stop skipping? And I used to skip all the time, and now he just wishes I'd skip. But hey ho.
Life lesson. Skip all you can skip.
Yep. In 2012, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. So that was quite an event, wasn't it? Weird things were happening and then didn't really understand why, but I just carried on. But it got to a point where my legs weren't working anymore, and it was at that point that you came into the GPs with me.
Obviously, as the health symptoms kind of build up, you get increasingly worried. There's kind of a momentary relief, I suppose, when there's a diagnosis and you know what's taking place. But then I suppose it's how little you know about the condition, and you're like, well, what does that mean? Is that a death sentence? Is it going to affect quality of life? How does it impact?
For me, my main MS symptoms are my mobility, and I just stopped being able to walk.
And you were upstairs for 5 days, weren't you?
Yeah, I was upstairs for 5 days, and I could hear the kids down here, I could hear him down here, managing everything, getting everything right, and I was stranded upstairs, couldn't move, couldn't get out, couldn't do anything. And I just thought, I don't want this anymore. I don't want this to be me. So I started searching for care homes for people with MS, so that I would put myself into a care home so he didn't have to deal with this anymore. And Scott's my best friend and my husband, and I want to keep that. I don't want that relationship to change to be a carer. Whilst he's helpful and he helps with everything, there's a line, and to go past that, I didn't want that to happen.
Life is now all about MS, and that was the initial thinking, and that time you had off was about thinking, actually, no, we've still got a lot of life ahead of us. What do we want from that? For people like us, who we've always tried to stand on our own 2 feet and solve our own problems and be very self-sufficient, it does take a bit of a mind shift to accept that even possibility of help.
Mobility is such an issue. I need it to be just on hand there. So everything, I had to think about everything, where everything needed to be, so that it was really easy. I was absolutely overwhelmed with the support and the offer that IET Connect gave us. It's amazing, isn't it? It's just turned everything right again.
And you'd gone into it in that much detail that it all just works. It's just incredible. It really is. Now we're kind of on the other side of it, and it's just dream come true time.
The kids won't really remember the build eventually, but they'll remember the house, and they'll remember the times that we've had together.